And that was the ongoing objective, this get it done and get it done soon. Back there in July 29th, in 2009, which both Bruce and Chuck were talking about, Darren Entwistle, who is so important to the decisions that were made. By the way, I am not the chair of TELUS, so Your Honor, I'm sorry to have to correct you. We normally don't correct the Lieutenant Governor in public, but Mr. Mel Cooper's here in Victoria, and so I have a minor role, in my view, in the TELUS organization. But he said, we will walk beside you, he said to Jeneece that day, to the completion of Jeneece Place. He didn't say we're just going to give you a donation. He said we're going to walk beside you, and that was his promise. When we did that back then, it was a much warmer day. We were in a tent there on the Queen Alexandra Foundation for Children grounds, and we thought we were going to be in a tent again, and it would have been a nice way to get to this place today. Oh, happy day. We are here, and we are inside, and we are warm, and we are full of enthusiastic people. I remember with tremendous, and I won't be here too long, but I just want you to know that just how special it was that we were able to make that $1 million gift as TELUS. But I'll give you a little inside story. When we were told by Darren that the World Skins were coming to Victoria, and that this would be a very big event for our community, I was pleased to hear it, and we prepared for it, and he said, but I don't want the event without us doing something of importance in the community. Bring back your recommendations. And so we did. Darren heard from myself and Marshall and others, and we said, we're going to tell you about the most courageous little girl we've ever met. And we're going to tell you about a dream plan. Not something that's happening, but something that will happen. And I suggested to him one thing. I said, every day that I walk into the TELUS building on Yates Street, I see the 4 core values of TELUS in front of me that Darren has written. And I said, one of them says we embrace change and initiate opportunity. The other says we have the courage to innovate. And I said, Darren, this young lady and her project, 2 of those match our goals, our core social responsibility beliefs. And he said, if she has a dream, let's be dream makers. And so he said yes. He took a leap of faith, and I want to mention that not just about Darren or TELUS, but about you and so many people who took a leap of faith and joined in. 358 days after that announcement up at the Queen Alexandra grounds, I had the privilege of giving the $1 million check. Oh, happy day. It was that. And then something magical happened. Others took a leap of faith, and others, and others, and others. And it has been said here earlier, this is a great community collaboration. They brought checks with them, by the way, which we were happy about, but equally important, they brought something else. They brought their know-how, they brought their knowledge, they brought their energy, their enthusiasm for this project. They became engaged in it. They gave their time. They gave themselves. Personally, I, as an individual, I believe in the importance of giving back. I think most of my friends know that. And of the social responsibility we all have in being part of community solutions and community ambitions. What we're celebrating here today is a community success story. Oh, happy day. Darren said that we were going to walk beside Jeneece. There was a big crowd of us walking beside her. I'm going to step down, but I have to do something here. If you don't, would you mind for a second? You know, being in the telephone business, I have to phone somebody here. I wonder if I can get through. I'm trying my best, folks. I won't keep you, though, if I don't get there. Ah, there we have. Let's see. Gosh, I hope I get through.
Should I check my BlackBerry, or are you calling me?
Hello, is that you, Jeneece? Oh, it is. Oh, where are you? You're supposed to be here. You are here. Jeneece, would you come up here? But before you come, would you just look behind you, and there's a little package that is a special gift from Darren Entwistle today, and from the TELUS team. Would you come up? Come on up. Is that a BlackBerry you have? Well, we know, because a little bird told us, and we listen to little birds, and other animals, TELUS does, as you know. And the little bird said she likes her BlackBerry, but she'd really like an iPhone. And not any iPhone. She wants an iPhone 4S with 60 gigabytes. And here it is, with our thanks. Now, was I right that you wanted that?
Yes.
And were you going to, from the TELUS team, all the people you know you've met, we want to have for you to have something that will be part of your memories, and not just of this occasion, but of that great project that you have. A Pandora bracelet. Wow. With 10 gorgeous, beautiful attachments.
Wow.
Yeah, there's everything from a golf ball that reminds you of the world skins. There are things in here that there's 10 of them, but one of them that's really most important, there is a home on there. Wear it with pride, and remember how much we appreciate you and respect you.
Thank you.
There you are. Whoops. Thank you very much.
Mel, for all that you've done and all that TELUS has done and continues to do, thank you. Thank you very much for all of that. A lot of bling, eh, Jeneece? You got the bracelet from the Premier yesterday, and you got the pendant up there, and you got it going on. In this community, all of you are here because you helped us make Jeneece Place happen. Benevolence. You give to your community. You invest in things like this. There's an organization here who you met on the video a couple of minutes ago who do, for the most part, very strategic but relatively quiet community investment. They're very stealthy, but they do what they do with a great deal of thought and a great deal of dedication. And as you saw, this is an organization that we asked for to come forward with $250,000, and instead they gave us 4 times that and gave us $1 million, which happened just a couple of weeks before Christmas in 2010, so that made for quite a happy season for all of us. Would you please welcome right now, representing the Norgard Foundation, the chair of that organization, Tom Pringle.
Your Honor, Jeneece, honored guests, friends of Jeneece. Corey Norgard immigrated from Canada from Norway as a young man with very few financial resources. He worked hard, overcame some health problems, and became a very successful businessman. As an avid sailor, his philosophy was, life isn't always smooth sailing. So we need to help those who have hit some rough water in life to help them get back to calmer waters and smoother sailing. It was this understanding and Corey's innate generosity that led him to create the Norgard Foundation in 1989, providing a mechanism to allow his vision to live on after his death. Corey gave generously to many organizations. Just to name a few: a children's home in Mexico, a seniors' home in Norway, Saanich Peninsula Hospital, Children's Hospital in Vancouver, Queen Alexander Foundation. Corey was the essence of a philanthropist, perhaps best known for his boat, the Blue Fjord, or the Santa boat. Each year he would load it up with Christmas gifts, sail up island, and bring Christmas to children in remote island communities. He had a special place in his heart for the children. So when Jeneece approached our board and very clearly in great detail outlined her dream and vision for Jeneece Place, it was like one philanthropist asking another one for some help. As Ron Tidman, Norgard Vice President, said, Corey would have been all over this one. Like Corey, Jeneece has an innate need to help others. Starting at a very young age, with regular major health challenges, she has given selfishly of her time, her energy, her finances to make life better for others. She started out collecting pennies and has progressed to collecting millions of dollars. Jeneece, you too are the essence of a philanthropist. As Dola from Norgard says, the amazing thing about these philanthropists is their ability to see needs before the most of us do, and then to do something about it. So congratulations, Jeneece, for your vision, your leadership, your tenacity, your generosity in making this day a reality. You have made a huge difference in the lives of many children and their parents. A special thank you to Jeneece's parents. They have sacrificed in supporting her, but they have supported her 100% all the way. And thank you to all the other people who have stepped forward with their generous contributions to help Jeneece. It is heartwarming to know that we live in a place where so many people care so deeply about helping each other. So thank you, Jeneece, and happy birthday to you. The Norgard Foundation is pleased to present you with an anchor charm for your charm bracelet, and we hope that it will, like Corey Norgard, keep you safe as you go through life's storms. Jeneece, you are an awesome philanthropist.
Tom, thank you to you and everyone from Norgard for making such an immense difference in this project. Now, speaking of the Blue Fjord, that boat that used to sing, can you imagine a boat full of presents up, and how great is that? In commemoration of Jeneece and Carrie Norgard's shared vision, the two of them together to make life better for children, and of course to link their philanthropy, which will happen across many generations, the Queen Alexandra Foundation will be publishing an illustrated children's storybook, which is by best-selling children's author Cheryl McFarlane and illustrator Sheena Lott. That'll happen in time for Christmas this year. It's called Island Santa. It's going to talk about how a family is touched by the generosity and vision of both the Norgard Foundation and by Jeneece Edroff. The book will be given to every family who stays at Jeneece Place. It will also be available to the public all the way through British Columbia. So thanks again to Norgard for that legacy and for what will happen with that book for all families going through Jeneece Place. Sure. Before we hear from the star of the show, we are going to hear once again a little quick musical interlude. Would you please welcome back the Pace Singers?
She's an angel sent here from heaven, and she's making certain that you're doing your best to take the time to help one another. Brother, are you gonna pass that test? You can go on with your day to day, trying to forget what you saw in her face, knowing deep down it could have been her saving grace. What if she's an angel? 'cause she's an angel sent here from heaven, and she's making certain that you're doing your best to take the time to help one another. Brother, are you gonna pass that test? You can go on with your day-to-day, trying to forget what you saw in her face, knowing deep down you could have been her saving grace. What if she's an angel? What if she's an angel? What if she's an angel?
Thank you, Peace, very much. Well, it all started off with collecting pennies. It's now moved on to some pretty big dollars. Her name is on the sign, and her heart is all over that house. Would you please welcome Jeneece Edroff. Stand on that first one here.
It is so awesome to know that. Wait, I'm not done. That could be helpful. I cannot believe Jeneece Place is opening today. It wasn't so long ago. I raised $1.5 million for a variety of children's charity, and that I dreamed about a place for kids to stay and their families while they're going for treatment or surgeries here in Victoria. My family had to stay in these places when I was over in Vancouver for treatment or surgeries. I knew my parents worried about me, but I did not know that my parents had to worry about where they were staying, what they were going to eat, and where the money they were going to get for that week or that month I was there. And I didn't want to be the worry for them worrying about that. As scared as I was about everything I had to face, I didn't like the way they had to think about all these other things. Right from the start, my parents and my brother Nick helped me understand how much help we received from others. When I heard this, I wanted to help back. But I realized I'm a bit like a penny. By myself, I'm not worth much. But with a little help, I can be worth a lot of pennies. I could not have achieved what I've achieved without the help of the community and my friends. I also believe every penny counts, and the smallest person can make a difference. But at the time I was 14, I had raised a lot of money, raised over $1.5 million for special kids, and since 2009, we announced the dream of Jeneece Place. We have raised over $6.6 million for this project. Now that is a lot of pennies, and I'm not doing the math to figure how many pennies that is. I knew we couldn't have done this, and I'm so excited to learn the first families will be staying in Jeneece Place on Monday. My dream is the house, a place for kids to have fun in the meals room, games room, arts and crafts room, just to be kids. And the families, the parents, to relax and chat with other families to find out what their kid's going to be going through, or just to have a nice, relaxing time. And most importantly, I'm so glad that everyone listened to me to put Jeneece House Place on the grounds of the hospital So parents won't have to worry about staying with the kids 24/7. They can come to the house, relax, and if they need to come back in a heartbeat, well, they're a minute and a half away. They can run, they can walk, whatever they need. And kids can just relax. They don't have to worry about, okay, my parents are 10 minutes away, I want them here. They're a minute away, they can just not have to worry as much, which is extremely important because I understand that from my experiences. It is also awesome to know that 600 families a year would stay at a place when they need it most. So many people came together to make this dream come true. We did this together. I want to say a special thank you to TELUS, the Noah God Foundation, and the Queen Alexandra Foundation for their $1 million gifts. I could hardly believe that each time I heard we received another gift of $1 million donation was outstanding. And most of the time I could not believe I did a talk and received $2 million in like 25 minutes. Now, that was outstanding. And it was so cool that there were more than $2,200 gifts for this project. I met lots of different groups and people who held events and raised money for Jeneece Place. I love going out and visiting and meeting these people. Kids who donated bursary money, lemonade stand, teens who held events, car washes, and it's outstanding. And it's very awesome to see kids starting to fundraise for their community, which is amazing. I also want to say a special thank you to Bruce Williams, Mel Cooper, and the Jeneece Central Society and the Queen Alexandra Foundation for believing in me and walking hand in hand through this project. It means so much to me for making my dream come true. Well, the past 48 hours have been quite busy for certain QA staff, from Ron, Jackie, and Jane. I want to thank you so much for making this day happen, from snow to rain to whatever crazy weather we had the past 48 hours. And you put whatever worries we had 2 days ago, you guys pull it off. Please know that my family appreciates what you have done and all your hard work you have put on to do this. I also want to thank, a very special thank you to Viha for all their support and over the past 2 days and what they have done to help with this project and to lend us the cafeteria for this event. Thanks for everything, all the little gifts you guys have done, all the money donations, everything you've done, thank you. It would keep me with the Jeneece Place in my heart and probably in many of our hearts now. I also want to say thanks to my parents and my brother Nick. Jeneece Place is all about families, and I could not have done this without mine. I'm so glad to have us all together on my birthday, well, day after my birthday, and the opening of Jeneece Place. And it's so nice that my brother could get here for the opening, because now he's in Winnipeg, so it's quite nice to have him home. Thank you for believing in my dream. On behalf of those first families walking through those doors, thank you.
Thank you, Jeneece. The inspiration, the idea, the motivation for all of it. It's been quite a ride, as they say, and thank you for all of that as well. So we're going to do the official opening thing in a moment. We thought a little bit more inspiration and some remarkable talent. This is a world-class facility that we've created. We have world-class talent here from Vancouver Island. Would you please welcome Victoria's own Ken Levine.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. And I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. And I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can